Progress surveys. So Starfish progress surveys, best practices for instructors. All right, so why and how do we use Starfish? Student success and retention are strongly dependent upon instructors communicating with them. What they're doing well in, what they need improvement in, and how we can support them. So Starfish is the communication system that utilizes alerts known as tracking items. And these things are flags, kudos, and referrals. There are specific windows of time that you are required to give your students feedback. And this is known as Starfish Progress Surveys. So basically, what happens is you're going to receive an email reminder of a new survey that you have to complete. And this will come from Starfish. I will send out Outlook invites letting you know when each of the surveys window is. And basically what you're going to do is during this time, you are going to give each student on your roster some information, some feedback. So you can raise flags for them, you can give them kudos, or you can make certain referrals, or you can do a combination. So what you're going to do is select the progress survey on your Starfish homepage, and it's going to basically open up your course and the students that are enrolled. And then you're just going to go through and check boxes. So what's appropriate? What flags are appropriate? What kudos may be appropriate? What referrals are appropriate? And then when you're finished, and only when you're finished with the whole class, do you hit the submit button. If you hit the submit button prior to being finished with the whole class, the survey closes and we cannot reopen it. You can go back in and manually raise things for your students, but the nice little kind of clicking of buttons goes away. What's important is to know is that each of your students are going to get an email about each tracking item that you've raised. So while you can raise multiple flags and kudos, it's really important that you choose the one that is most impactful. So the most serious. And if you have questions on that, please watch our referral flags and kudos video, because that will basically give you more information on when to use which flags. At the end of the progress survey, students are going to receive a Signalvine text for flags and kudos that they receive. That's why it's also important to just raise one and what is most appropriate. Use a comment to give them more details on what is happening and what they can do about it. And you can also raise referrals or things that the student may need to do at a particular time or in combination, obviously, with your flags if necessary. Remember that kudos are really important to students. The more kudos that we're able to give students, the more likely they are to persist and to be retained. And here's a little cheat sheet for your progress survey. So kind of like, what is your concern? And it kind of lets you know what flag you should raise based on, what your concern is. So low test score, basically the question you should ask yourself is, are they in danger of failing or not? If the student is failing, then can they pass? Yes or no? If they can, then where are you in the semester? And then this would be the appropriate flag to raise. So if it's before midterm, probably academic achievement concern. If it's after midterm, in danger of failing. If they have a low test score and they cannot pass, and depending upon where it is, well, really, no matter where it is, then basically it's a recommended drop. And so forth and so on. You guys can look at that. But anyway, so just be looking for my invites and know that you are required to complete progress surveys. And if you have any questions, you can always direct them to me. Emily Scripps.